Before I start this video, I do want to respond to some of the comments that I've gotten. The reason why my videos are so chaotic is because I'm going to school full time. I'm helping raise 3 kids and a baby, and I'm working. I don't have much time to make a script, let alone edit my videos. So yeah, that's why they're very roundabout and chaotic. But without further ado, let me deconstruct CommissarKai and also show a pattern when it comes to Helldiver 2 YouTubers.
Alright y'all, let's talk about difficulty. Helldivers thrives off chaos, but lately it seemed like Arrowhead has been scared to death of making the game harder.
Are you looking to add more difficulties in the future?
We did that in Arc 2, and it might have not gone super well. A lot of players want to challenge themselves on the highest difficulty. So if we add a difficulty and it's too hard, I don't think the community will be too happy.
They've either flubbed their attempts or been too scared to add more levels of challenge because of the backlash they've gotten from players. My name is CommissarKai, and today I mean to mend the disconnect between us.
No, in this video, he's just literally going to gaslight you. He's just going to gaslight you to say, you're the problem, Arrowhead's perfectly fine, their vision is perfect, and stop bullying this multi-million-dollar company. That's literally what he's going to say. In fact, like, that little preview or snippet that I just played should kind of sum up what the entire video is going to be about. Arrowhead's scared to increase difficulty. What? He even at one point sits there and says Arrowhead's scared to nerf things. Actually, I'm going to shut up and wait until he gets to that part.
Arrowhead by looking at the history of difficulty in Helldivers, how we can use our complaints and feedback to effectively make the game better, and how we can balance a need for power fantasy while still rewarding team play. Helldivers' problem with difficulty starts in the tutorial, which is clearly a joke. The introduction to the game barely teaches you what the buttons do, and does absolutely nothing to encourage the player to rely on teamwork and coordinate and fire to bring down enemies.
Helldivers fight in squads. Meet your new squad mate.
Greetings, fellow Helldiver.
What a fine soldier. Your brother in arms. A battle-forged bond that could never be replaced. Until now.
Having your tutorial be a...
Okay, so far, I'm going to agree with these criticisms. Arrowhead doesn't really show in the tutorial how to be in a team play, but like at the same time, this isn't really a team-based game. It's a horde shooter. It's always been a horde shooter. And the fact that they're sitting there trying to flip the script really shows how Arrowhead is trying to play Super Earth and essentially control the narrative. Because they released the game as a fucking horde shooter. Well, not the game they made, because, you know, they probably made a small portion of it. The rest of the studios that assisted them probably made the core of Helldivers 2. Arrowhead probably just slapped it all together.
Bare bones instruction manual wrapped in a joke isn't inherently a problem, but when you balance your game around the idea of a team of Helldivers working together to overcome issues, and then neglect to teach your players how to do that, people will start feeling weak. This is why I do what I do. I cover this gap for the game by showing y'all how to work as a squad with fun team play strategies. And I show you with
Yes, show me how to work in a squad when a majority, like 90% of Helldivers, play in fucking random squads. So first off, like, he's trying to sit there and say, you know, that's what I do. I do such an important thing. I show people how to play together. My dude, most people don't even fucking play with their own friends nowadays. They gotta play with fucking randoms because their friends don't play because the game is fucking boring. Holy shit. So, like, your whole thing that you're trying to fucking stretch out now is to sit there and say, ah, yes, I'm important because I show you guys how to work together in a game that's never been about working together. In fact, your videos start off with you being a fucking solo Helldiver. So what happened to that, Commissioner Kai? How the fuck are you going to sit there and say this is a team-based game when you started your Helldiver 2 career with solo fucking dives?
which weapons and loadouts synergize well so you can feel powerful. I'm happy to do this, but I think a lot of the balance whining comes from the fact that the game communicates absolutely nothing to you.
Load yourself up.
Yeah, you can already see where it's gonna go with balance whiners. There you go. Oh yeah, you already know what his opinion is on balancing.
Recruit explosives in close orbit. That's it.
It doesn't tell you that you can easily handle a Hulk by baiting it to one side so your team can shoot it in the back. It just expects you to figure this out. The next issue pertaining to difficulty.
What? You can definitely tell that. And in fact, that's what people were doing when the game first released. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, people saw that big glowing yellow thing and went, huh, that must be a weak spot. So they would literally do, they would actually do scissors attacks or two-prong attacks. So they could kill, oh my god, dude. Seriously? Seriously? Are you fucking serious? Are you really gonna sit there and say nobody knew how to flank a fucking Hulk at the beginning of the game to shoot it in the back? What?
Difficulty lies with Arrowhead's approach to balance. Early on in the game's history, Arrowhead relied heavily on spreadsheets of information to determine which weapons needed buffs and nerfs, which was understandably met with a lot of backlash, because that's a stupid way to balance a game if it's your main criteria. Weapons that felt fun and good to use were being nerfed to bring them in line with weapons that did not feel fun and good to use. This was a fundamental mistake, and I do think Arrowhead has learned lessons from the community backlash, but they've clearly been scarred by the experience as well. This is also a problem. When the
One, they didn't nerf things because they sat there and were like, oh, we want to bring it in line with everything else. No. They took the most popular weapons and nerfed them to push the new war bonds. Literally, I already have a video showing 2 weeks before a new war bond dropped, Arrowhead always did a balance patch in which they nerfed the most popular weapons. I already have proof of that. But yet he's sitting here spinning a tail saying, oh, no. They were just nerfing the weapons down so that way, because they were spreadsheets. They were just looking at the spreadsheets. That's it. You know, that's all it was. When the reality was, no, they were nerfing weapons for profit. And I probably know deep down he knows it too. He just makes a profit by lying to you.
developers are so scared of nerfing any of the players' tools that they...
Are you fucking kidding me? They had just nerfed a few things. They literally just nerfed the grenade launcher. This is how fucking stupid. This is where I'm just going to end this video, because literally now we're going to take a look at CommissarKai, and we're going to look at two other YouTubers, and we're going to see a pattern, because this... First off, again, how are you going to fucking sit there and say they're scared to nerf things when they literally did so many fucking nerfs since your video? I think they did like 3 or 4 nerfs openly and quite a few in the shadows since the 4 months this video was released. So how are you going to sit there and say they're scared to nerf things? Fucking piece of shit. This is the type of person who's been literally enabling Arrowhead to fucking long con you guys. He's the one that's been covering for their ass. You want to know how I know this? Let's look at this. CommissarKai, wow. Wow, when did you join? Oh, in 2023. What were your videos first? Oh. So he did for, you know, not that bad. 9K, 8K. You know, his most was 12K right here. And then he gets into Helldivers 2 and what? The first video is 12K, okay. 8.7, 1.7, okay. Then they start jumping up. Then they just keep jumping up. Huh. This is quite some astronomical growth. And yet his first videos, again, solo. Anyone can be a solo Helldiver. And yet, in this video, he sits there and says, the game was meant to be, group played. You have to be a team player. Then why does he have so many fucking solo Helldive videos? It's almost as if he's lying so much out through his ass he doesn't even remember his own fucking content. But he's not the only one, because let's look at Babingus. He joined November 20. He literally joined the same year Arrowhead or Helldivers 2 dropped. 23K subs already. And if you look at his oldest videos, no, not his shorts, but his oldest videos doesn't reflect that. In fact, he just started making videos like, oh no, he made videos a while ago. Wow. I thought he didn't make videos, but look at this shit. 13, 14K, 500, 12K. These numbers do not math. to the 23K he has in subs. I mean, we can go to shorts, but like, what? He has so many views on his shorts. Like, look, I make some Arrowhead. I do Helldiver 2 shorts. They barely get any views. And even some of the bigger channels will barely get any views with their fucking, like, nothing like this. It's so weird how all of his fucking, like, photoshopped shorts get so much attention. Oh, and he also does memes. Forgot that. Then you also have Cold Brew, who they've been around since 2016. They have 42K subs. But if you look at their videos, let's go to their oldest. Oh, barely any views. They're looking like pretty empty. And if you keep scrolling down, it's still the same thing. Until you get to Helldivers 2. In fact, look, this was his video this was his video he made before he went to Helldivers 2, and then when moment he jumped into Helldivers 2, 1.5, 3.4. Woo! Well, to be fair, he only made actual videos until he had gained 20 plus 15 to 20K subs from Helldivers 2. Mainly, he just posts shorts. Oh my god, this is almost the same format as Babingus' shorts. Wow. I wonder, does CommissarKai have the same type of... Do you do shorts, CommissarKai? And oh my god, they're in the same fucking format. Look at that. Wow. So if y'all going to sit there and tell me, I know I'm going to get somebody in the comment sections that's going to sit there and say, well, maybe they're just doing the same thing because they know it's successful. Yes and no. When you sit there and have the same growth pattern and the same, it's very suspicious to have the same growth pattern, the same actual, the concept on how you get that growth. The fact that you were literal nobodies until all of a sudden Arrowhead found you, it's just so very auspicious. And again, the math just doesn't math. But without further ado, again, I got a little treat for you guys. So at the end of this video, I wanted to give you a small little treat, because this is Lieutenant Buzz Sellout and his response to somebody sitting there saying, making an entire post about how we're just payers now and not players. And I want you to hear Lieutenant Buzz Sellout's thoughts on how war bonds aren't progression, but they're lateral. How you don't need war bonds.
So there it is, divers. What do you think of this sentiment that Helldivers 2 is suffering from War Thunder syndrome? Drop a comment and let's see where you, my viewers, land on this one. For me, first off, I like Impressive Money's approach to laying out their criticisms. They aren't ranting and getting all emotionally charged up, and they bring the receipts, like in the case of the first year gifts versus the second. My blocker when it comes to this post is that...
Okay, so he just agrees with the format of it. And that the guy brought receipts. And that's it. That's it. That's it. And mind you, this entire thing is the post. And it's literally this person breaks down what we got for the first year, what we got the second year, and basically how free rewards have become watered down to nothing burgers. Meanwhile, war bonds continuously get bigger and better. And this is his response to this.
They view new weapons, stratagems, and armor as progression. And personally, I've never looked at the items in the war bonds as progressing my character.
Well, probably because you get them for free and unlocked for free. Because you're part of the propaganda program. Which is why you're not sitting there criticizing Arrowhead. And this is where I have to draw a line. People want to, if you like watching Buzz because he has information that other YouTubers don't get because he's part of the paid propaganda program, by all means, keep watching him. But do not sit there and tell me he's not an Arrowhead shill. He's not out here being a fucking Arrowhead beggar, because he most certainly is. He's a sellout. And again, he says he has a full-time job. In one of his videos, he says, I have a full-time job. But yet he can sit there and continuously pump out fully, perfectly edited videos weekly, if not daily. My God, look, 1 day, 3 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 7 days, 8 days. These are all days apart, and they're perfectly edited videos. Again, from my perspective, that's 100% bullshit. He either is part of a production team or paying someone to edit his videos. And in both scenarios, it doesn't look good on him. So yeah, I just wanted to say that because as someone who sits here and struggles to make videos, someone who can't even fucking edit his own videos, nor has the luxury of the time to do it, I'm gonna have to call that out. Because you can't sit there and say you're working a full-time job while continuously pumping out videos that literally, look, my little shit videos that I make take maybe 2 to 3 hours because I have to continuously stop what I'm doing, repeat or whatnot. I can only imagine how long it takes to edit this full production videos that he makes. So I know 100% he has a production team backing him, and he can't sit there and say, you have a full-time job and you do this and whatnot, blah, 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 and that this isn't your life, when literally it is your fucking life, when you're doing it daily. Like, the only reason I could do these videos daily this week was because I'm on spring break. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if you got a bit chaotic and whatnot. I am trying to improve on that, but it just makes my blood boil that these are the people who got the attention. These are the people who sold you out to Arrowhead because they got a profit from it. And the people who basically tried to warn the player bases got buried because Arrowhead bots for these channels, promotes them by boosting them through the algorithm so that these videos get seen by new viewers instead of the people trying to warn about Arrowhead. So yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all have a great day, and yes, enjoy yourselves.